So what if water is the new gold? We all drink coffee, right? Before the exam night, before submitting our assignments, and during the events also. We all drink coffee. But do you know it takes 11,000 liters of water to produce just one single pound of coffee? Similarly, we all also eat rice. It's a part of our staple diet now. But it takes up to 5,000 liters of water to produce 1 pound or 1 kilogram of rice. Now you might be thinking the pie chart is saying that 70% of Earth or 71% roughly is covered by water. So what's the big deal when we are spending maybe 11,000 liters or 5,000 liters? But here's the interesting part. The interesting part is there is only 1% fresh water available on Earth that we can use for human needs. It could be agriculture, manufacturing, production, anything else. 97% is salty water, and apart from that 3%, 2% is in the glaciers that we cannot access. So somehow we are understanding that there is some scarcity of the resource water, and we have all heard about it since our junior classes. But everyone tells us to invest. Alright, I think majority of the students, majority of the people are from the age group of 18 to 24. And with the rise of Instagram influencers, we all get to know that we need to invest stocks, SIP, save taxes, invest in dividend shares, but we are never told to invest in water. So should we do it? Should we not? What are the benefits? And is there any interesting personality who has already invested in water, or is he or she planning to do it? This is the major part, right? And now we are going to focus on that particular thing. What are the benefits of investing in water? I've heard people are investing in bonds. I've heard people are investing in stocks. I've heard people are putting their money in FD, even when a lot of people are telling us not to do it. So here I am telling you to invest in water. Why is that? What could be the benefits of us investing in the commodity water? We have understood probably it's limited. We have also understood that it is a necessity. It is required by everyone. So there are 4 major benefits which are on your screen right now. The first one is diversification. And I will try to make it as simple as possible. What is diversification? It goes as the name says, right? Diversify your risks or diversify your portfolio. Some of us might have already started investing in stocks, maybe started their SIP journey, could be 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, doesn't matter. So a portfolio is nothing but a combination of your securities, and to make it easy, I'll say combination of stocks. So let's say I'm a beginner investor and I make my portfolio with 5 banking stocks. It could be any 5 banking stocks. So if a negative news comes regarding banks, my whole portfolio will go down because I have all the banking shares. Maybe a scam news comes or something else, and my whole portfolio goes down. How can I diversify it? Maybe I can have one IT share, maybe I can have one banking share, one FMCG share, one metal stock, and maybe one from the oil companies. So even if a negative news comes for the banks, it may not impact the other 4 stocks or the other 4 companies. So that is how we diversify our portfolios. So when we include water in our investment, no one is obviously telling to invest 100% of your whole portfolio into that, but when we have a certain percentage of our investments into water, we are doing nothing but diversifying our portfolio even more. Now the second benefit is, I think, the most important one. It is that water as an investment is recession proof. A lot of us are hearing about recession all these days, but even if, let's say, I have my job or I do not have my job, I'm from IT or I'm from banking, I'm a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old, we still all need to consume water, right? So it is a recession proof investment. Irrespective of what happens in the economy, the demand for that will more or less be stable. It might decrease by 5-7%, but never will be impacted in a very major way. So that is the second most important and the best reason to invest in water. Now coming to the third point, I think third and the fourth point is pretty much the same. It is high and sustainable demand followed by the higher growth in future. So it is expected that in the next 5 to 7 years, the demand for water will also increase by another 50%. Currently, we have a huge demand. It is only going to increase by another 50%. And there is a very interesting fact. The water level on Earth today is the same as when it was formed. Our population has increased, our demands have increased, our agricultural activity has increased, and so on. But it is only going to increase further, which makes a very simple concept of eco, and that is less supply, more demand, that leads to a higher price. So the price of water is only going to increase in the future, followed by these two important points. Higher growth, higher demand. So it is an industry that is only going to grow further and will help you out a lot. Now coming to the more or less the last part of my speech. Has any famous personality invested in water? I'm not sure how many of you relate with the name mentioned on the slide. It's Michael Burry, but he's the guy on which the movie Big Short was made. Some of you might have already watched it. And he was the one who predicted the 2008 financial crisis, in which a lot of top investment banks went bankrupt, the market crashed, and a lot of other things. So he has already started investing in water. When majority of the people don't even know if we can personally invest in water, he has started doing it already. The person who is known to foresee a lot of things. Although he is doing it in a very different manner, I'll keep it short. So what he is doing is he's buying farmlands in water-rich areas, producing food on that, and then sending it or transporting it to the water-less areas. Although as young people or as retailers, it's not feasible for us that we buy farmlands and then we transport it. So what can we do? Is there anything that we can do to invest in water? And yes, it is very simple, very direct. Some of the people have already started doing it. That is, you can invest in the water stocks. Now some people might question, I'm not good at picking stocks. That's totally fine. Is there any other way? There is one more very classical way we all have heard about. It is by investing in either the mutual funds or the exchange traded funds that are having the highest concentration of their portfolio in the water companies, and that is how we can invest in water. Now I'll just sum it all up. I'll culminate my speech with a very famous quote we all have heard about, and it is that there is no life without water. But how I see it in the future, that there will be no investments without water either in the coming years. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot.